Red Notice is a
Ow.
2021. Shut up. 2021 American action comedy written and directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. It stars Dwayne, that's a huge Johnson, Deadpoo Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. The plot, such as it is, involves an FBI agent who reluctantly teams up with a renowned art thief in order to catch an even more notorious criminal who's trying to steal a dead woman's eggs. Deadpoo, Gal Gadot, and Huge Johnson were paid $20 million each to star in this flaming turd. Gal
Fuck, were they?
Gadot became the
Jesus.
third highest paid actress in the world after cashing the check for this monstrosity. The film received mixed reviews from critics and still became the most watched film in its debut weekend on Netflix, as well as the most watched film within 28 days of release on the platform. After the success of this massive dumpster fire, Hughes Johnson has promised our punishment will continue with sequels.
Yay! If you were to if you had to give this a new title, retitle it, you got anything in mind? What would you call it?
Flaming dumpster fire of pain.
All right, good.
Disappointment.
Not like Muscles Jerk and the Whore. I think that's what I'd call it.
Muscles jerking the whore.
No, muscles, comma, the jerk and the whore. Muscles for Big Cock Johnson. The jerk for Ryan Reynolds. Why am I spelling this out to you? And then Wonder Woman. I can tell you love this film. This is in your top 10 now.
I think they should have called it Romancing the Retarded Boner. Something like that.
Yeah, okay. Romancing the Bone. Totally throwing you off. Yeah. Come on. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Boring Crap.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones in 90 minutes you won't get back. That's what they should have called it.
That's the Crystal Skull, isn't it? That film's already come out.
Oh, goodness me. Well,
did you go into this with any expectations at all? I went in going, well, this is just going to be just light-hearted action, some likable characters, biggest stars in the world at the moment. Surely this is going to be easy entertainment. And it was, wasn't it?
I thought all the jokes were crap, and I thought everything felt borrowed from another film, and it just felt like it was phoned in. This was written and directed by Rawson Thurber, Marshall Thurber. This is the guy that made Dodgeball.
Is it?
Yeah, that's an hilarious film. And all the jokes in it suck.
It's fallen far. But when you spend $60 million on your three actors, you don't have much money left for writers, I guess. And to be fair, I think Ryan Reynolds just fucking ad-libbed his way through the whole film.
Apparently so. When I first saw the trailer for this, I thought, I'm not even going to bother. That looks like rubbish, to be honest. And then what I've discovered through my possibly 400, maybe 500 hours of research into this film to do this episode. So everyone got $20 million each, right? The budget of this film was $200 million. This is huge film.
Yeah,
$20 million each for each of the leads. We got $10 million to the director, writer. So you were at $70 million there, and then $130 million to make the rest of this tour. This was originally made for Paramount. It's in letterbox format. It's in 2.351 widescreen. I think this was intended for a big theatrical release. It got sold to Netflix, which is generally what happens when a studio goes, this is a turd, let's offload it.
Yeah.
And so I think it got dumped to Netflix, and they were saying, "Ooh, it's my trivia."
Oh, dead air. That's good. But Netflix are laughing all the way to the bank now, right? If it's the most viewed film of all time on their platform.
They said that it needed to have 70 million viewers or 200 million hours of viewing within the first 28 days for it to be considered a success.
Yeah.
And it's inside that 28 days. And from the numbers I got here, it's got 280 million hours of viewing in its second weekend. Ooh.
Jesus.
So, yeah, 14 days, and it exceeded what they needed it to do in a month.
That's it, man.
So it was a big success for Netflix. But I think this is a film that got dumped because it wasn't good enough for theaters, and I guess they're worried about theaters with the pandemic and all that, so they offloaded it.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't like this film because it's a massive waste of very talented people all phoning it in. For me.
Yeah, well, they're doing their shtick, you know, like Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in every Ryan Reynolds film, you know, is what you're getting. But it's the same with The Rock, you know, like if you see The Rock as the main star, you know what you're in for. A big muscly dude going on an adventure with some quips.
That's the guy that just doesn't care about quality whatsoever. He just knows that he's got an audience of dummies to please, and he makes dummy entertainment for dummies, and he's got low standards as far as I'm concerned.
Well, apart from that time he was on SNL as the winning the award for most evilest inventor with his child molesting robot.
He's capable of doing great things.
He is.
I mean,
but yeah, and then Gal Gadot, she's wallpaper in this film. She doesn't do a single thing. She's just there to put on a red dress and dance around and be a distraction, which again is a big waste of what I'm assuming is her wonderful acting talents.
I don't think she has acting talents, and she's
man,
wallpaper in every film.
We're gonna get some mail now, Dan. Done.
All those Gal the super fans out there.
Yeah.
They know it's true. Yeah. We all know she's crap. Let's face it, we've sat through 2 Wonder Woman films now. The first one was all right, but Chris Pine saved the first one. And the second one was shit. It was more than shit. And she had a bigger role in it.
I still haven't seen it. Give me Linda Carter any day.
Give me big boobs, Linda Carter any day. I agree.
Yeah. Falling out of the top, Linda Carter.
Yeah.
Gal
Gadot, it's like 2 P's on an ironing board.
It's Gadot. It's Gadot. The T is silent.
I looked it up in Israeli. It's pronounced Gal Gadot.
Oh, right. And that?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking in my ear, you savage fuck? Oh, yeah. I hate it.
Yeah, she's from Israel.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
She used to be in the army.
Wall.
She used to be in the army.
You wouldn't shoot that, would you? If she was on the opposite side of the bunker and you had her in your sniper sights, would you pull the trigger? I don't think I would. I think I'd go, gee, that's lovely to look at. I wonder if she's got acting ability.
She doesn't. There's plenty of films now for us to know.
They might give her an Oscar soon. Maybe for this one.
You know, it was weird in Wonder Woman. All the Wonder Women live on this one island. She's the only one with a different accent.
That's right.
Like there's British ones, there's American ones, and she's the one who's like broken English, whatever she's Israeli.
Hey,
whatever accent she's got.
She's pretty. Shut up.
I don't know. I like a little meat on the bones. I like fries with my shakes. You know what I'm saying?
I do not know what you are laying down. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, so what's the plot of this one? Somebody's a thief. Ryan Reynolds is a thief. And The Rock's like the FBI guy trying to chase him down. And then
Profiler or the police.
Gal Wonder Woman Gadot's the extra. She's the third. She's like another criminal. And then they're all trying to steal some stuff in order to be the best criminal in the world.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you even watch these films? You don't know what you're talking about. Oh.
I am. I don't know if you know what you're talking about.
Cleopatra died, and she had 3 eggs.
Her egg. That's right. They want to be the best. They want to be the best criminal by stealing the fucking egg, right? And getting it to that guy's wedding.
They stole 2 eggs. They were trying to steal the 3rd egg to give it to the girl as a wedding present.
Yes.
Goddamn reason.
To steal them all to be the best criminal. Fuck you, Dan. I watched these things. I wasn't just staring at
trying to be the best criminal. It was just a rivalry.
No, they wanted the claim to fame as the best criminal of all time. Oh, you weren't paying attention. You need to watch it again.
So, I watched it twice. I had it running in the background today, listening to it, and I watched it properly the first time. So they're trying to find eggs. Ryan Reynolds is the thief who stole his. He's got 2 eggs. Dwayne Johnson is the profiler trying to stop him, and then there's a big double dutch. Gal Gadot is the other thief trying to get it. No one knows where the third one is, but they find out that Ryan Reynolds knows where the 3rd one is because his daddy owned a Nazi watch and knows about it and stuff. And then it turns out Dwayne Johnson and Gal Gadot lovers, and they're together, and they've been trying to trick him into revealing where the 3rd egg is.
Spoiler alert, much?
Oh, God, nothing's going to get spoiled.
Do you think? I reckon the whole idea of the Nazi watch and finding that bunker would have made a way better film just on that than this whole thing. You know, it was like this Cleopatra's egg bullshit, twisty-turny. Just give me a simple Indiana Jones type film where a guy finds a watch and some clues in his dead father or grandfather's desk, and they go on a globe-trotting hunt for the Nazi bunker. That would have been great.
None of this shit made any sense to me. Like when they find that bunker at the end, right? They got to go through this whole elaborate ruse to get a watch to open the clockwork door of the watch and get in there. And they go downstairs and like, wow, how did they get everything down here through the stairs? And I'm like, no, there's a tunnel there that just leads straight to the outside, which is completely open.
And it had like some wood framing up. Yeah, that's it. You could have just walked in.
Yeah. And then everybody's there at the end anyway. Like,
or did they drive out through a water? Oh, the cops turned up. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're making it even worse than I remember it being. Didn't they drive out through a waterfall or something?
Then they did the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where they go along the railway tracks out the door and then jump out the waterfall, which was all out of Temple of Doom. Yeah, of
course it was.
And they were wearing their Indiana Jones costumes during it.
That's it. I think he even hummed the theme song at one point. All right, I have a challenge today.
The music theme sounded a lot like the James Bond theme. There was, I don't know, when they went to that fancy ball party, it reminded me of James Bond. It just felt like they were stealing bits of a lot of films.
Well, that's how you make a great film, right? You steal bits from other things and you put it into something new, and you've changed cinema. But that was not the case here. Please, Dan,
the thing is, I agree with that. But then I'm like, you've also got to have your own flair, and this film didn't have its own flair. It didn't have its own. I mean, did any of the jokes land for you? Like, to me, it was all flat as crap.
Yeah,
every joke was crap.
Nothing that sticks in my mind. But I'm setting you a challenge now. Tell me what you liked about it. Give me something good. Just stunned mullet silence.
I like all the actors, but I just felt like they're all phoning it in. Like it's like they're all great people, but it's not a great film. They all just signed on to a turd, and here it is.
Yeah, there was a little bit of product placement in there. It was almost to the extent of the scene in Wayne's World. I don't like it when people sell out. He's eating the pizza and wearing the Nike clothes and stuff. Because there was all that aviation gin, which is Ryan Reynolds' gin brand. There's heaps of
Apparently,
that in the film.
Dwayne Johnson has his own brand of tequila, and he had his tequila in there, and Ryan Johnson had his gin in there. Yeah.
Ryan Johnson. Are you thinking about The Last Jedi again?
Oh God, did I? It's the same person, didn't you know that?
Oh,
Ryan
it
Reynolds.
could be. Ryan Reynolds, the ruiner of Star Wars.
Ruin Johnson. Yeah. Good things. Yeah, I don't know. The action's not that actiony. Plot's a bit over complicated and not really clever. Like when they reveal these are all the clues that you should have picked up, and you realize, well, those bits weren't in the film, so you couldn't have picked up on the clues.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just all felt lazy to me. It's things like Ryan Reynolds at the film. He starts off as a really skilled guy who's created the fake egg. He builds it himself. And then when he's escaping, he's doing all the cool parkour stuff. And then after that, he's a bumbling idiot for the rest of the film. And
that's true.
Like the film doesn't know what kind of character he is. He becomes comic relief as soon as he needs to be comic relief, but then none of his jokes are funny.
That is his shtick, though. Yeah, look, I found it just like dummy entertainment. I wasn't like, oh, I need to turn this off. It was easier to get from the start to the finish, but I didn't have to put in there were no mental gymnastics or any thought. I was just, it's just bland, an easy watch. It wasn't difficult. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh, great, I'm never going to watch that again.
Yeah, it's dumb entertainment. It's stuff like they're working with Interpol and they arrest these dudes in Rome, right?
Uh-huh.
So whether they put them in a Siberian prison, I was kind of like, why are they in Russia now? Like, would Interpol arrest you in Rome and then put you in prison in a completely separate country?
In a gulag, because he'd escaped from every fucking prison, remember? So they had to put him somewhere new. They did put that in there. That was written in there.
That's not how. Yeah, but that's not how the law works. You don't go Siberia. He's escaped from the other ones. Like I don't know. You do something else.
I guess. You know what I liked in this film? In the opening gambit, where The Rock goes into the art gallery and Ryan Reynolds steals the thing and they do the parkour and they're running away. I was like, oh, cool, this is a good action sequence. The bit that I did guffaw out loud and I thought that's great, even though it was a cheap laugh, was when Reynolds gets on the bike and rides off. And then The Rock pretends he's the valet and he gets that sweet sports car and the music kicks in and he jams it in gear and takes off, and then an ice cream truck plows into the side of it. I thought that was great. So that was great. And then there was nothing good after that.
You're a simple man, Brad. You're a simple man.
It messed with my expectations, I was like, yeah, the Rock's in his big fast car and he's going to take off and there's going to be a chase sequence, but then bam, that car's trashed. And I thought, oh, that's great.
Ice cream truck.
I don't know why I do this. I just come on every week. I get mentally abused. I'm going to become like, I don't know, me starting this podcast with you.
That girl, like the Interpol agent, the woman, she's, I don't know, diversity hire. Let's just call it what it is. How is she in charge of all the police when she's like 14 years old?
I don't know. How is
Yeah.
Gal Gadot the world's best criminal?
Well, it's just Hollywood forcing this, whole thing into square pegs into round holes. But anyway, I thought when the Interpol agent put them in a Siberian prison, my thought was, oh, she's going to be the big villain at the end. Like, she's not really Interpol because putting them
Yeah, I
in a
thought that too.
Siberian prison doesn't make a lot of sense. But then at the end, all that subplot of her being there at all was completely worthless.
Yep. There wasn't a
Wow.
lot of threads tied together. No.
No, it was trying to be clever with all its twists and turns at the end, but none of it was like had any impact, or you didn't really care. And
It was clever for fuckwit millennials or whatever comes after millennials stuck at home during lockdown. And it was just a big, flashy, we've got some headline actors, shove it out, market it, people will click on it, they will watch it, and then we've got our numbers up and we can move on to the next thing. People are just waiting for Stranger Things. That's all.
this is a low expectation piece of crap, isn't it? This is what we can kind of come to an agreement on.
It's Netflix filler, but they spent their money, and I guess if getting views is getting a return on their money, then they succeeded.
I wonder if they made good films. What would happen then?
Well, they have. There's some good stuff on Netflix. Like Stranger Things is a banger, as mentioned before, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
I don't know. First season was right. That last season completely lost me. When never-ending story, I was like, oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah, true. Things running out of steam.
Yeah.
Okay. If this had been in the cinema, do you think you might have ended up going to see it just off a flashy trailer or something?
No, and the trailers didn't look any good. Like, it looked like the trailer I saw of the big stunt was jumping off a bridge as it exploded. That's not really good enough these days, is it? The quality of action. Like, I thought the action was lazy, the comedy was lazy, the story was lazy, and the actors are all as good as they'll ever be. I mean, they just kind of do their thing, and that's what they are, and that's what happened, and then the film ends.
If you had to take the three main actors and you had to pick one of each, and you could fight one of them, fuck one of them, and fart on one of them, which one would you do which to?
I fucking fart.
So you got to fight one of those three, you got to fuck one of those three, and then you got to fart on one of those three. I think it's pretty easy.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking like Gal Gadot is the only one I could beat up.
Yeah. Well, she might like it. She might like a good fart too. I don't know. She looks like the kind of girl.
I could fight Gal Gadot. I think I'd have to.
But then you're putting yourself in an awkward position.
If I farted on Ryan Reynolds, I could get away with it. So I'm going to have sex with Dwayne Johnson.
No, Dwayne Johnson's having sex with you.
Yeah, basically. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how this plays out. Oh God. If I farted on Dwayne Johnson, what would he do? Would he beat me to? He probably wouldn't. He'd probably just walk away because I could sue him if he hit me.
That's right.
He can't murder me, so I'd have to fart on him if I wanted to fuck.
No, I think you've made your choices. You only get one. You only get to choose once, and you have to live with your choices. Yeah. Excellent.
What did I choose? Or am I fucking Ryan Reynolds?
No. Dwayne Johnson is fucking you. Is what you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I'm fighting Ryan Reynolds. But I fart on.
No. You were fighting.
I think I chose poorly. I don't want to take it all back.
No, you thought you could fight Gal Gadot because you said you thought you could beat her, and then you were farting on Ryan Reynolds. He deserves a good fart, I think. Yeah. Welcome to the gutter, ladies and gentlemen. It's where we've gone.
Well, what would you do?
Well, I'd easily fucking Gal Gadot, right? Like that's worth the beating I'm going to get from the eye of the two gentlemen. So that's I'm gonna have sex with Gal, polite, respectful sex, with consent with Gal Gadot. I'm farting on Ryan Reynolds probably at the same time, like right in his mouth, and then and then to finish up, The Rock's just going to beat the shit out of me. I think that's perfect.
If you fucking fart all in one person, though, wouldn't that be better? Like you just pick on Gal Gadot.
No, you can't do that. It's against the rules. 3 actors, 3 choices. You've made them. Right, you go into a blockbuster. What do you double featuring this with?
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's a comedy. It's a caper, and it's got a twisty ending, and it all works, and it's well done, and it's actually funny.
Yeah, all right.
And it's Con Man. It's the same film, just 300 times better.
Steve Martin. There's Steve Martin, yeah, and
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Oh,
yeah,
Michael Caine.
And some female, whatever her name was.
That's right.
And
that's
it's even
really
got the Emperor's in it. And the Emperor's in it. And Palpatine is the butler.
Ian McDermott.
Yeah.
That is a good film. Yeah. Why aren't we doing that instead of this? Write that down further.
This film.
I'd never choose wisely.
I know.
It's just like I have to listen to all these shit albums. Hey, it's okay. Well, we don't need. If we're cohesive, then it's probably not going to be as good.
Right. What bundle of sticks would you pair this one with?
What bundle of sticks would I pair it with? I was thinking like another crime film where there's a caper and stuff. But then 3 big actors, 2 popular guys and a chick, that are the way to sell the film. Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile, man. Those kind of double well with each other. So just Romancing the Stone. It's Michael Douglas, Danny DeVito as Michael Douglas is the hero, the Dwayne Johnson, Danny DeVito is the comic relief. And then what's the chick's name? I can't remember her name.
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner, that's it. Yeah.
Is it Kathleen Turner?
Yep. That's what I'm pairing it with. Or if you want to go really obscure, because you want a crime movie that's also crap, just like this one. So you want 2 crap back to back, like you've just had Mexican food. Hudson Hawk with Bruce Willis is also atrocious. Bruce Willis, the cat burglar. Those are my choices.
IMDb, it's got a 6.4. Someone says 7. Can't wait to see what happens next. 7's not really can't wait though, is it? 7's kind of like
7's like, I might watch it. Yeah, nothing better's on.
Someone said 5. Very meh. Good review. Good review. 6. Fun action, but somehow annoying. Yep. Good. Yep. 10. Dreamcast and an action-packed comedy that is pure entertaining. I mean entertainment. Yeah, I see the dummies have spoken. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Dummies. All right. How many more, speaking of rating, how many cat's meows would you give it?
I'm going to give it 4 cat's meows and a furball.
4.
Yeah.
I think tonight I'm just gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna give it 4 as well, mate. I'm just gonna leave it. I think we're bang on our understanding of this film. If we watched it together, we would have got through it. We would have looked at the eye candy, maybe sniggered at a couple of moments, but you were never going back to it. Yeah. The ice cream truck, Dan.
Yeah, ice cream. Ice cream.
Gonna get Gadot.
Yeah, the fancy cow. You hit the ice cream truck. Yeah, pussies are aligned on 4 cats meows out of 10.
Excellent. We are.
Ed Sheeran's in this. We didn't mention the little ginger.
Oh, he did say I did snigger at his line. I'm fucking Ed Sheeran or something like that. I thought that was good.
Ed Sheeran, bitch. I was in
That's
Game of
it.
Thrones. Yeah.
Yeah. It's worthwhile. Was he in Game of Thrones? Yeah, he was too.
He sang a really big bundle of sticks song.
Ah, right. That's his
He
shtick.
ruined Games of Thrones. It was terrible after that point.
Yeah. All his fault.
Do gingers have souls? That's probably the main question we need to answer.
That's a big call. I think it's a solid no, but we should ask Jesus.
Well, being half Scottish and having a little bit of ginger popping through, I can confirm that my ginger side is soulless. So I think we figured that one out.
Like an old pair of shoes.
Right. Anything else left to say on this bundle of sticks?
No, I think the less the better, mate. I think we can hope that there is never a sequel and that Gal Gadot soon does Playboy.
I think there's probably gonna definitely be a sequel. They're going to the Louvre. They're going to rob the Louvre.
What are they going to steal from there? All right. Don't watch it, everybody. Watch something else. Scroll along on Netflix.
Stone or Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Yeah,
those are your choices. Those are your choices. Good journey.